Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear and I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you feel like lurking, go ahead and lurk. That's also okay. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. In fact, I think there might be a very chill evening ahead for us here. Maybe a little light viewership numbers. Perhaps, the views will be down a little bit here for the actual live stream. Maybe people pick it up on the VOD later. Maybe they'll watch it on YouTube after the fact when I put the archive up. I don't know. But it might be a light evening, and that's okay. I know there's a lot of sports this weekend. Lots of wrestling. There's some football, of course, and I believe that we've got ourselves some F1 all weekend. So, golf, all kinds of stuff. It is a holiday weekend. I will be streaming on Monday. I do not take the holiday off, so we'll be streaming Monday night. I will be barbecuing that day, doing a little grilling action for friends and family, and that should be a swell evening on Monday. But I'm not doing that now. What I'm doing now is getting ready to build a bottle kit. I am, in a sense, stalling for time, allowing people to be fashionably late to the stream. See if we get a few more friends to join us tonight before we get into it. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome, welcome. But if it's not that many people, it's also okay that it's not that many people. I think it'll be all right. As I mentioned, Monday, going to have some people over, just neighbors who are close friends with my folks. So I will be doing some grilling out there, burgers and dogs. And maybe chicken skewers. We got some chicken skewers wrapped in bacon. I don't know if we're actually going to cook those or not, but we got them, and they'll be good on the grill. So that'll be fun. Doing some light grilling, nothing too heavy, nothing too silly. So I'll take that, and I think that'll be a fine Monday. All right, let's go to the overhead here. Pardon me, sorry. Okay. Oof, thought that was gonna be a sneeze there, and it wasn't. Tricky. I got to adjust this. This moved around a little bit on me. Here we go. There we go. I do have a pad underneath this that theoretically makes it so that by touching it, it doesn't slip. But if I put pressure on it, it'll move around. I could, if I wanted to, just use like double-sided tape and stick it on here. But then I would have to remove that and like replace the tape when I didn't want it on here. And I guess I don't need it, but it's easy enough to adjust it. I don't know. Anyway, this is the Beguir-Pente. The Beguir-Pente. I try to say it French. It's not a French word. It's a made-up word, but Pente, pronounced like that. It is the Beguir-Bu is the original version of this from the prologue of Witcher Mercury. This is the modified version. So we're working on that. We finished the upper body. This last stream was all of this got done in the Thursday stream. So we got a lot done with this kit. We're going to continue working on the legs. And the waist is already done because the waist and the chest are like connected. So we got to do that. We got to do the backpack, and then we got to build the shield and the gun. And the shield does have the wire here, so you can attach it because the shield can be attached to the arm but float away and do its thing. As you may be able to see in this photo here, you can do that, and it looks neat. And it's got its own little stand, which is fun. The non-kinetic shield is what it's called. I don't think we're going to finish it. I do know that I know what I'm building next, which I have here. You may have saw the video on this. Oh, I got to retweet my tweet. See if a few more friends want to join us tonight. This came, thank you, Claire. You watched the Twitch VODs. And I forget about that people do watch those, and I appreciate you watching the Twitch VOD. But yeah, this was purchased off my Amazon wish list. It's the Hindray, And it's got a shield, but then it's also got a shield that is also a lance and a gun. And that doesn't make any sense, and I like that a lot. And it's got a cool, it's nice teal color. The box is all beat to hell, thanks Amazon. But yeah, this color is lovely. Gonna look real good. So we're gonna be doing, because this is on my wish list, it'll be the next kit that we build. So we'll be doing back-to-back Witcher Mercury kits, which is fun because there are a lot of grunt kits that we have not built yet. We built all the Gundams that are available, if I remember correctly, I believe. And we got a variant Gundam coming up on our build list all the way in September. So we don't have to think about that now. But we have the Elfrith Jui. It's probably not Jew. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'll learn. I'll figure it out. Someone's going to put a video on YouTube of them unboxing that kit before I get it, because they'll get it sooner, because they're YouTubers that make model kits and have an audience. And they'll pronounce that Jui in a way that isn't Jew, which is probably wrong. It would be funny if it's Jew. I don't know. But we have that Elfrith that has a big punching arm that's also a backpack somehow. So we have that to look forward to. That'll be a fun build. But let's get into this. Let's continue working on the legs. We will complete the legs here, and then we'll panel line it all once it's all completed. I'm not going to go in shifts on this. I thought about, you know what, actually, now that I think about it, I'm taking that back. We're going to do this here because I feel like I'm not going to be able to get in there and do that. It's probably not that noticeable, but I want to do these parts here because you might be able to see in there even with the armor on, and I want it to look good, like when it's kneeling or something. So I'm putting in some motion here. All right, yes, we'll just do that real quick, and then we'll continue to build this kit. Let's see. In preparation for having people over, I had my yearly task, which is to clean the bottle tree. You're like, Pat, I don't know what a bottle tree is. I don't know if it's a common thing. I don't think I've ever seen one before, but my father owns a bottle tree. It is a big stand that goes like this, with a base, and then sticking out are branches. They're little pegs that you slide on wine bottles, and it's the shape of a tree, kind of, I guess, by putting those bottles in and they're in an angle. And it's full. It has 128 bottles. We counted this time. We had not counted in the past, but we now counted 128 bottles. And it lives in our porch, which is screened in. But the screen is good for, letting breathe and letting it be kind of like outside but inside. But the screen does not prevent pollen from getting in there. And this year, pollen came in as early as February. We got pollen real fast this year. So what I have to do every year is take every bottle off and clean it, and then put every bottle back on, because you don't want to breathe it. One, it does look dirty, but more importantly, we don't want guests who are coming over to the house to breathe in that fairly obnoxious, pretty annoying air that has, pollen just kind of hanging out. So I took out every bottle and cleaned them all up, and then threw those bottles back up on the tree. And mission accomplished. That's done. And it's a thing I have to do every year, because I don't know if they were doing it before I got down here, but that is now my job. Also, I am probably the person in the house most susceptible to pollen just ruining my fucking day. Like, unbelievably ruining my day. It's just like, oh, no. I gotta fucking go lay down because I just breathed in some terrible air, and now things are bad for me. So it benefits me quite a bit to give that a good old clean. I'm happy to report that it is not brutally hot. We are having a very mild beginning of the summer here in my area of South Carolina. Um, it is fairly fucking reasonable, surprisingly reasonable around here, which is nice. That's a nice thing. Um, we had some rain and temperature dropped a little bit. I don't have my window open, which for the end of May is fucking wild that I don't have my window open. You'd think I would. You'd think I need it. Or the window would be closed and we would have the air conditioning going. But no, do not have the air conditioning going because we do not need it, which is surprising. We do have to put on some stickers here, and then we'll put a clear piece on over the sticker. These are the ankle things. They go very much like the shoulder pieces there. So we'll do that. That's just 2 here. That is just sticker number 5. These should go on nice and easy. Again, we do have a lot of stickers, but most of our stickers are a little bit for the gun, but most of our stickers are related to the shield, which like parts slide open and reveal like the cool color on the inside. So we got to do that. This sticker, there it goes. Get out of here. There we go. See here, and then we just have to line it up where it needs to go. And then pat it down. And again, as I said, there is a clear piece that goes over this that will also help lock this in place. But we can just kind of poke at it and get it looking good. We can even take this out here, our part separator, and use that to kind of push it down, which is probably better than poking at it with our X-Acto blade. Again, you don't need any of these tools. You could, honestly, a lot of people apply stickers with a toothpick, and I think that's totally fine. I have this tool handy, so I might as well use it. I like having the X-Acto blade, but some people just use toothpicks. Or they use a spudger or whatever. I think it's totally fine. Do whatever you got. Use what you got. You got tweezers? Use your tweezers. You got a pair in there on your knife or something. Pull those out, use those. Sure. Because you got a Swiss Army knife for some reason. Go for it. All right, we'll pop that in there. All right, that's looking good. And then we don't need this for now, so we'll cap that. All right, we talked about the tree. Let's talk about some wrestling. We had a pay-per-view today because it was evening in Saudi Arabia. This is the Night of Champions for the WWE. It was a 3-hour show, I believe. No matches in the pre-show. We got a title change. We determined a new champion. Then we had a title change. And then it ended with some emotion, which is fun. I'm a fan of that. All right, so those go in there. We can build the legs now. The legs are we'll finish the armor on here in panel line, I guess. D11. So we'll talk about the results of Night of Champions. I did not watch the show. I do not watch the shows in Saudi Arabia. That is by design. I do not watch those. But I can read a report and talk about it. I watch little clips here and there. Kind of can't escape the clips on social media. And then, of course, I'll see them when I watch SmackDown next Friday. They'll be like, oh, this happened and then this happened. Wild, right? And you're like, yep, totally. Let's see. The opening match was between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles for the new World Heavyweight Championship, which is also pulling lineage from the previous World Heavyweight Championship, which is weird because that was already like ended. The lineage ended when it was like combined with another belt. It's all confusing and whatever. But anyway, they added a new belt. It's going to be on Raw because Roman holds both belts and is only on one show. So they added another title, basically. And that new champion is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins decked out all kinds of weird and great looking, all kinds of wild. Came out. He and AJ Styles had a pretty damn good match, as would be expected of them. The two of them put on a banger. There were moments where it did seem like maybe AJ was going to win. And then also, according to reports, again, I did not see this match, but I'm just reading some findings from people. It also seemed like perhaps something was a little off, and maybe AJ was being a little slower than he normally operates at. So he was, the chemistry was a little off more than normal for the two of them, which is surprising. Did I assemble this wrong? Maybe? Yes, one of these is assembled wrong. Hang out while I figure out what I did. Okay, yes, this is on backwards. Or these are on backwards then. So, it should look like this, and it looks like that, which is wrong. So I got to flip this around, or flip these around. One or the other. Very easy to figure out. Hey, I did that wrong. Kind of annoying that I could put this bottom part on correctly, even though I was doing the top wrong. But whatever. And then I just have to separate these two pieces without breaking anything, which would, would be great if I could do that. So we'll use our part separator here. Try to get these separated enough, that they can then slide apart without anything breaking. And then this goes on one side, but it really needs to go on the other side. So we'll that, and then also make sure that I did this correctly. So this goes like this. Yeah, okay, so it goes like that. This is right, which means this piece needs to go this way. Yeah, it's annoying that I was able to fully assemble that just incorrectly. But whatever, we'll get it fixed. And then this goes like this. Great. Great, great, great. And now I can put this on where it needs to go, which is like this. Hooray. Oh, and I also have to put this on correctly. Anyway, Seth Rollins makes perfect sense to be that champion, even if he's doing some movie roles. It's not like he's always going to be away. He'll still be a fighting champion. He'll make it work. That makes a lot of sense. And good for him. Oops, I put this on wrong. Great. I'm doing excellent tonight. I'll get the rhythm at some point. Great. Okay, so good. Let's see. What we got going on here? Trish Stratus defeated Becky Lynch with help from Zoe Stark. I always think it's Zoe Starks because to me, Zoe Starks is a better name than Zoe Stark, but it's not. It's one Stark. It's like Tony Stark and not Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks is a professional wrestler for AEW. Anyway, Zoe Stark was under the ring and came out. And she helped attack Becky Lynch. So Trish Stratus won. So, of course, this isn't over. Also, Zoe's finisher definitely busted Becky Lynch open, and she was bleeding. And that's a lot. It was a lot of blood, and I don't like seeing it. They were, of course, wearing full body suits because, and there was a bit of an homage there to Bruce Lee, which is always nice to see. But yeah, all the ladies that wrestled tonight wore full body suits. It's a thing. It's not great, but it's a thing. Gunther defeated Mustafa Ali in what, by all accounts, is a really great match. Mustafa Ali has a gimmick right now where he is like a motivational speaker, but he sucks. You didn't really see that because he just wrestled like he's a good wrestler, which he is. He's a very good wrestler. So he just wrestled like a good wrestler, which is interesting. That's a choice. And apparently just a good, nice babyface. Just tried his best to weather the storm and find opportunities, and it didn't work out. Now, I should also say that Gunther is the leader of a faction in the WWE called Imperium, and they have a European fascism vibe. It's like a domination of like, oh, we're strong Europeans with views and opinions on wrestling and the purity of the sport and all of that shit. And you're like, cool. So Gunther, like they don't ride the line. They're on like they definitely push past the line of what is acceptable and cool. Um, and part of Gunther's entrance was this AR display of red banners with his face on it. So these are not real banners that they printed. This is AR nonsense that only the people at home can see. And boy, oh boy, did that fucking look like some Nazi shit. It was too fucking much, and someone should have said something. And they should have not fucking done it. But they did. And Gunther is a fantastic wrestler, but it is a fucking bummer. All of that sucks shit. It is a bad time and a bad scene. Was not happy about that. Very much not a thing I want to see. Jesus, just fucking wrestle. Asuka defeated Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. This one took people by surprise. Asuka did not win at WrestleMania in a good guy versus good guy match. She did turn heel recently, specifically to go after Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair, an incredibly popular babyface who recently has been not as popular. It was mixed because people really like Asuka, so there were some people that kind of definitely wanted Asuka to win, but they still like Bianca. But then in Puerto Rico was like, no, we want Io Sky to win. We want something different. You've had a reign that has lasted like over a year. What if you weren't champion anymore? And she won. People were not happy about Bianca winning. And so Asuka won. And a belt changed hands, which is nice. Because other than deciding a new champion, spoiler alert, that's the only belt that changed hands. So, like, kind of good to have that actually happen. I would like, look, what I think is going to happen is that Bianca is going to remain a babyface, and she is going to have hot babyface fire and try to get her belt back and take down Asuka, who did win by mist. She attempted to spray mist in Bianca's face. Bianca avoided it, but then when Bianca had Asuka up, Asuka then spit in her own hands and then rubbed Bianca's eyes with the mist, which is effective. That is a unique offense there from Asuka. And then Asuka managed to win. But I think that what's going to happen is, like, Bianca is going to try to get that belt back. Now, what I would like to see happen is Bianca just takes some time off and comes back a heel. Because NXT heel Bianca was fantastic. She's got that big old braid that she can whip people with and cheat with. And she should do that. I think that would be neat. But I do think instead we're just going to have, for a while anyway, just babyface Bianca trying to win her belt back. Okay. I'm less enthused about that. Well, that was one title. Now we have the other title, which was Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. Also, should point out Natalya's birthday. Natalya came out, won a tournament to be the number one contender, and everyone was like, oh, so Rhea Ripley's going to win. Cool. Like, Natalya's not winning this. There's no way. There was an outside chance that maybe Mustafa was going to win. Like, there's a possibility that Mustafa could pull it off. but like there was no way that Natalya was going to win. And in fact, that match was barely anything. Uh, Natalya got through into the ring steps, and then she got a headbutt, and then the riptide, and that was it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You're done. Thanks for coming, Natalya. Happy birthday. Almost like this match didn't need to happen, when the best thing of the match was that Dominic Mysterio jumped into Rhea's arms, like literally arm, and she hoisted him up. Happy birthday squash match, indeed. That was more intense. Look at mommy hold up Rey Mysterio there. That's wild. Yeah, I would like to see, I don't know, anyone that maybe could beat Rhea, like challenge Rhea. Like that isn't going to win because I want Rhea to have a nice long reign, but I would like her to have like, I don't know, a challenger, someone to make things interesting, perhaps. I think that could be cool. Instead of like a good hand that will have like a tag team run again, but like isn't going to win a major title until she's retired and comes back. And then maybe she'll have one short title reign. But while Natalya is in the active roster, she's not getting the belt. Brock Lesnar just beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes rallied a couple times. In the lead up to this match, Brock Lesnar had beat up Cody Rhodes and his arm was quote unquote broken. It wasn't. But he still, he wouldn't let the Here's a trick that I bet does not work, but for storytelling, who cares? He wouldn't let the doctors examine him, so the doctors couldn't say that he couldn't prevent him from wrestling, which that's not how that works. They would just say, you don't get to wrestle if you don't let us look at you. But whatever. He got the shit kicked out of him. He got all kinds of beat up. It was brutal. Reminder, he did win in Puerto Rico. Pretty dominantly, he won in Puerto Rico. But this was this is Brock's turn, and then they'll maybe wrestle at Money in the Bank, or maybe wrestle at SummerSlam. My guess is Money in the Bank. They'll pay Brock Lesnar to go to England, and then he'll SummerSlam is possibly Brock. Not Brock, possibly Roman, but I don't know. But yeah, it looked like... Oh, at one point he also used his cast, which is funny, because that did not apparently hurt him, but it did hurt Brock Lesnar. And that is just a funny idea. That like, oh, I'm wearing this cast. I'm going to hit you with it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. Like, that's very silly in a way that I can appreciate. Some good nonsense in that. You're just like, yeah, no, I'm cool. Let's see. What else we had here? Also, Rhodes did not tap out. He passed out, which is important for the underdog. That Brock Lesnar didn't get him to tap out. He just passed out instead. You didn't pin him. You didn't make him tap out. You won. But is it a clean victory that you feel good about? And then our main event. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defending their undisputed championships. Okay, they have Raw and SmackDown tag team belts. Against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Spoiler alert. The Usos were there. The Usos flew out. They weren't in a match, but they flew out. They were there. They got involved. And by involved, I mean they started by helping because Roman speared the referee, and the referee was knocked out for a really long time. But yeah, Usos cleaned house. Roman was displeased with them getting in there. And then, let's see, we got here. Also, they did accidentally do a double super kick to Solo, their younger brother, to get him out of the way. Of course, they didn't mean to do that. And then Jay super kicked Roman because he's tired of Roman shit. They don't need this shit. They don't need to be doing this. They gotta, you know, brother cousins are one thing, but those two guys are brothers, and fuck this shit. And they didn't swear, but yeah. The two Uso brothers seem conflicted about, like one's more into fuck the bloodline, we're done with this, while the other is less interested in that and figuring out because he's still, scared of Roman. And we're not fully sure how Solo will feel about all this. But anyway, Solo got back in the ring and they got stunned by Kevin Owens. And then he got a haluva kick from Sammy. And then they won, which makes sense. Yeah, and the Usos, theoretically, or at the very least, Jimmy quit the bloodline and would certainly like his brother to also quit the bloodline. And yeah, we'll find out on SmackDown how all the... Also, on SmackDown, it is booked for the 1,000th reign of Roman Reigns as a celebration. So that should be pretty fun. Because, he expected to show up holding 4 belts, 2 tag belts, and 2 world championship belts. And that didn't work out. Didn't work out for him. So there's some drama. Very good drama. Definitely should have been the main event. People were like, felt weird about Seth versus AJ not being the main event, but it's like, well, it's the best story they got going in the whole company. That's definitely a main event thing. I guess there's speculation that Seth had to leave immediately to go do some filming, which I don't know for sure if that's true or not. But also, you want that title shot to be far away from Roman, and Roman's the main event, and then you also don't want it to be the middle of the show, so you start off with it, and I think that's okay. I'm not feeling bad about that in a way that some people certainly are, but whatever. All right, so then this is gonna go like this. That doesn't look right. How do you want me to do this? Okay, so that's going to go like that. And that turns like that. And then this snaps on here somehow. That. It's one of those things where I'm like, well, I'll get this together. There we go. There's one foot. So that was the Night of Champions. And of course, there is more wrestling tomorrow night. There is AEW Double or Nothing, and we'll run down that card. There are so far 10 matches, 9 on the main card. 1 that is a match that is right now in the 0 hour, which is the pre-show. And we know which match is in the pre-show. That is Ethan Page and the Guns, Austin Gunn and Colt Gunn, versus the Hardys. Matt and Jeff Hardy and Hook. It was supposed to be Isaiah Cassidy, but he is injured in kayfabe. So he has been replaced by Hook, which is cool. If the Hardys and Hook win, Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract. I already thought they were going to win. Now they're definitely going to win because Hook is undefeated, and I don't think Hook's first loss is going to be in a pre-show match, a 6-man pre-show match. So I do believe that it will end with a pin. Also, Hook is only won by pinfall, so I imagine that will continue. That's my guess. It could be different, but that's my guess. Putting money on it. I am tired of all the contract stuff. I hope that when Matt wins the contract, he just goes, cool. I don't need it. You can do what you want. I don't actually want to ruin your life. There you go. Or he'll send him to Ring of Honor. That's his big twist. Like, Cool, I own your contract. Now you work for Ring of Honor. These feet seem bad. I don't know. We'll find out, but these don't seem good. These feet don't seem like they want to stay up. We'll see what happens when I get on a kit, but I might need a stand for this. This might not stand up on its own. But anyway, we can get this together here. Okay, going up from the bottom then, we don't know the running order, obviously, but here's what we have. The House of Black, which is Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews, have an open house 6-man tag team match for the World Trios titles. They'll be with Julia Hart, their manager / valet / member. It is probably going to be the Acclaimed. We don't know for sure if it'll be the Acclaimed, but they won a trios match on Friday and talked about it, and so it's probably going to be them, even though it's an open challenge. Oh, I guess this does stand up. Okay, that does stand up. All right, that's fine. The open house is they have a thing like their house rules because it's the House of Black, so they keep using house stuff. But basically, 20 seconds on the outside, the count of 20, not 10. I believe it is. No, I don't think it's no disqualification, but there's some other rule. No countouts. No countouts. And then the third rule is picked by the challenger. And we've had Julia Hart can't be there is one of the rules. One time, and another one was basically lucha style, where you don't have to make a tag. It's one man in, one man out, which is fun. That definitely changed the dynamic a bit. All right, so we're body complete on this kit. We're going to start working on the backpack. We got the backpack, the gun, and the shield. We might finish this tonight, or we'll get partway done with the shield. I don't know, but we might complete this kit. We'll get into H, which is a thing we have not touched at all as we work on the backpack. Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho, which is an unsanctioned match with Sabu as special guest enforcer. Now, it's an unsanctioned match, so all of JS should be able to show up. But I guess they won't show up because they're afraid of Sabu, whose connection to Adam Cole is that, well, Sabu lives in Las Vegas and is available and had one match ever with Chris Jericho. It's like, it's like, okay, whatever. It's a stretch. It's cool. It's cool to see Sabu. That's fun. It's neat. So yeah, we'll have that. I mean, I want Adam Cole to win, but I think it's going to be Chris Jericho. I think it's got to be Chris Jericho because this feud, like, the rumor is that Adam Cole and that the next big feud is Adam Cole trying to take the title from MJF. That's the dirt sheets are saying. So for that to work, one would assume that Adam Cole would win tonight, but I still don't believe that Jericho's gonna. I don't think Jericho's gonna lose to, like, 2 high-profile matches in a row. Okay, it just doesn't feel right. I feel like he beats Adam Cole, and then on a Dynamite, there's a blow-off where Adam Cole wins, and that's how it ends. And then by that point, he can start working on MJF because MJF can just celebrate. Like, it'd be the same night. He could beat He could beat Chris Jericho, and then later in the night, or after winning, call out MJF. Like that. That's my feeling on how that could go. I don't know for sure. Obviously, I'm making assumptions here. Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie. I mean, look. I don't think that the Taya Valkyrie is going to win. I think Jade needs to lose. I think it will be beneficial in the long run to Jade's wrestling career to get away from this undefeated streak so she can have long matches and I think that it's important to, or different kinds of matches, and I think that's important for her and her growth as a professional wrestler. Do I think the Taya Valkyrie is the one to do it? I don't. I just don't see it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it needs to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta versus the Elite, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Hangman Adam Page. That's right. They're all four in the Elite. We'll find out if Hangman's eye patch, we know it's in kayfabe. He's got the eye patch. But we'll find out if he needs the eye patch. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit, this thing, why are there so many stickers? Apparently all the stickers I'm putting on here are part of the are these even noticeable? They're part of the backpack. Apparently a lot of these stickers are on the goddamn backpack. Use sticker as you like, is what it says. It's basically this is giving me the instruction, hey, if you don't want to put these stickers on, don't put these stickers on, but we'll look at it. I kind of hate to put these stickers on because these clear pieces look so good. Like, I'm going to put stickers on over this clear. I don't know. We're going to figure this out, friends. Like, do I want to put a bunch of stickers on over this good, nice looking clear purple here? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Like, if you think I should cover up this cool clear purple with stickers, but I mean, maybe I'll put some on one of them, and then we'll see, because I can always take the stickers off. I just scrape them off. Not the end of the world. Yeah, I don't know if I want to test a sticker. I can test a sticker on this because I only have this. This is all I have left of the clear, and I kind of want to know what it looks like on the clear. So let me put these in here. Get this in how it's supposed to go. There, so it goes in like that. There we go. Gotta pop that in. So we got this clear part here, and I can put over stickers on it. So let me get these attached, and then we'll take a look, see, and see if we want to what we want to do here. Let me put this all together here. Let's see. This just looks, yeah, these slide apart here. I'll get one of these all the way together, and then we'll put stickers on the other one, and then we'll compare and contrast. Because I can always like take it apart and take a look at that. So, all right. So I need G1 there, and then I need H4 and 5. H4 and 5. Wrestling stuff. There's the black. I think Blackpool Combat Club should win this. I think there's actually both. Here's the thing: both teams should win, right? I think it needs to just be a hard hitting match, but I think both teams really do need the win. I think Blackpool Combat Club suffers less by losing, so maybe we should see that. But I also love the idea of more drama with the Elite. So we also have not seen Don Callis back again, so we could see Don Callis make an appearance and be a nutter, as they say, or we could see like we don't know what Takeshita, like Takeshita sided with, like like he came in at the request of Don Callis, so is he going to show up and cause trouble? So okay, so we got this done. This is without stickers. And then it's just the clear in the middle, and I kind of like the look of that. So now I'm going to, excuse me, apply these stickers here. And while I'm applying these stickers, so we can take a look at it, I will say the Blackjack Battle Royale. which is the 21-man battle royale for the international championship. We know a few people that are in it. Um, uh, let's see. Is it we're gonna list that? Okay. No, we don't have the list there. Um, I have no idea. I mean, I would like Orange Cassidy to just retain. I think if he's going to lose, this would be a fine place for him to lose. But I think he's probably going to retain. Okay, so we do teal here. So these stickers do look nice. But I think the clear is going to look better. So I'm going to do it on one because I can always just remove these stickers because it doesn't really matter. If I don't like it, I can always remove them. Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. Jamie Hayter got beat up again on Rampage. The sound of it is that it is not a kayfabe injury, that it is a real injury, and she's really hurt. And if she's really hurt, they should just not do the match. And I hope they don't. But I also don't know how injured she is. And I would hate to find out that they are going to do like an interim thing. They can't have Toni Storm be in an interim thing or whatever. They could have Britt Baker defend for her, which is weird, and I wouldn't like that. I don't know what they're going to do. But, if Jamie really is injured, they must have some idea of what to do with this storyline. I don't know. Unless she's not injured and they're fucking around with it, and they just want a kayfabe reason why Toni Storm won, which is weird because Toni Storm is very good at wrestling. So, it'd be weird that she needed to stoop like that. She was already going to cheat anyway. So, we'll see. Who knows? Okay. So then, this goes like that. Yeah. I'm not going to even finish the whole of this, but we'll take a look at it. So, because I think I have my answer about these stickers, but we should do the whole thing and put them in there. Let's see. Wardlow with Arn Anderson versus Christian Cage with Luchasaurus. I believe this is where a title changes hands. Because I honestly don't believe any other titles will change hands. It's totally possible that no title will change hands. But I could see them doing a short run with Christian as the TNT champion. Because the ladder match gives him a good excuse. The ladder match and... that with legal cheating on their part, it's not cheating. Like that to me feels like a easy excuse for that thing. I think that's bad for the TNT title. I think it's terrible for Wardlow that he just keeps winning and losing and then winning the belt. But it is a thing they could do if they wanted to. Again, I don't think they should, but they could do that. All right. So this is, we'll kind of getting close here because I do want your input. All right, so this is no sticker. You can see you just get some clear purple there in between, and then when it opens up, you see a lot of clear purple all the way around. It's clear purple with that. So that's one option. I'm going to move this out of my way so I don't stab myself. That's one option. The other option is stickers. You've got this teal sticker here. And then in between each teal sticker is going to be a dark gray sticker. I have one of them right there so you can kind of see that. So you don't see the purple at all. We are covering the purple completely. You'll just see gray and teal. And there are going to be, so here's the one thing. Here's the one thing I will say. We will have teal stickers on the gun. There will be, these two stickers will be on the gun, and there will be teal stickers on the shield when the shield opens up. So we could, we could do this so that it would match, so that these pieces that normally go like this for the backpack, or the parts of the backpack that go like this down, could then go up when the shield is open, and they would match, or go up with the shield not without that color and all the stickers, and just be a cool purple. I would like to hear your thoughts. My thoughts are no stickers. Not just because I don't want to just continue to do stickers, but I think that the gun teal or green and the shield open green, like, I think that's enough balance there. And I think the clear purple is cool as hell. And I think the clear purple goes with the clear on the here. I think this clear with the purple behind it, and this clear with the purple behind it, and the forehead with the purple behind it. I think that's way cooler. Yes, okay. So John, hi, John, and Arist fan both agree. I think we're gonna go with that. Let's just get wide again. Oh, here we go. There we go. So there we go. All right. So John and Arist fan agree with me. That's I think that's you can always add stickers later if you change your mind. Yeah, I'm gonna put them back on here. So I have to then disassemble this, and I'm just gonna. How do you? Come on off. Nice and easy. There we go. That's what we want to do. But yeah, looking at that, I think these stickers are nice, but we don't need to. We'll have a little bit of the teal, with the weapon and the shield. And also, it's okay if the shield is the only place that has this green. I think that's also okay. If the only place that has this green is the shield, that's still fine. That'll still look good. But that purple is cool. Oh, I ruined that sticker. Well, all right, so I've ruined this sticker. I don't care. That's fine. But yeah, I could always add, I also don't need it to go all the way around. I just need the ones you see. So I could always add those stickers back on, and that would be fine. I'm just going to get this residue off here. She's my nail here. But yeah, I mean, I don't need to have, I just need the ones that you would see when it flips up, because they're not going to look at all sections of this and then do that. Great. Okay. I hate that I am going to be, I'm yelling to the microphone. I hate that I'm going to be rooting for FTR because I don't really particularly care about FTR, but I very, very, very much do not want Jeff Jarrett to hold a belt in AEW in the year 2023. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see him win a belt. I think that's a bad call, and so I am desperately hopeful that he does not win that belt or win those tag belts, and we just keep it on FTR. I think that would be way better for everybody involved. And then the main event is MJF versus Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry in a four-way fight. And it's going to be moments where you think that it is. There are going to be moments where it could be Darby. It could be Sammy. It could be Jack. But it's not. It's going to be MJF. Do I think that maybe Sammy has been playing, tweener / babyface, and he's going to help out MJF? Yes. I do think that might be a possibility. There's some other angle we don't know about going on, perhaps, that will play out. But I just don't see the belt. I can maybe see the belt on Darby. I think Darby is such a terrible promo, but his video packages are always good, so you can work with him. You just wouldn't have him do a lot of live stuff. Darby is the person I could believe the most because he's had a bunch of title wins and some high profile wins. Like he can beat Samoa Joe, he can lose Samoa Joe, but he can beat Samoa Joe. Like it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, he's at least somewhat believable, but I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think you're gonna have MJF win, and I think that's fine because I don't dislike MJF's title reign so far. I think it has been totally fine. Is this facing the wrong way? Did I do this one of these arms wrong here? Whatever. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that if I did it the wrong way. Actually, yeah, well, fine. We'll fix it. Yeah, it's supposed to go like that. Okay, great. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, we're body complete on this kit. We got a gun and a shield and beam sabers to complete. And we're going to complete that after the pause for the cause. We'll chat about ways you can support the channel. Everything I'm going to mention here is optional. I'm going to go through these. I'll try to go through these fast because there's not a lot of here. And I think basically everybody that's watching is a patron. Let's see here. Oh, wow. So someone just sent me somebody sent me the link to a tweet. That's fun. And that link is to someone's OnlyFans, which is very fun. But not this person. That's fun. Let me go ahead and leave that. Delete that. Get out of here. Yeah, I think everybody here is probably a subscriber, but for the whole thing, just a reminder of the deal. If you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Let the people know. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through cash money, or your Prime Gaming token. If Amazon Prime link with your Twitch, you get that. You can use that for anybody. I would say you should probably use it for me because that would benefit me. But, whatever. If you don't use it for you, use it for somebody else. But also, cash money works as well. You could gift a sub. Bobby Dice Roller gifted 12 subs this month. That's ridiculous. And John gifted 1, and Omega 9 gifted 1. That's very kind of both of you. So thank you for that. But yeah, if you wanted to gift a sub, you could do that. Bits and coins, always appreciated. That's another way to support what I do here. Let's see. What else? What else we got? I got a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for the different tiers. Consider joining the old Patreon because that would be radical. Let's see. What else we got? What else do we got? I got a wish list. I got an Amazon, not wish list. YouTube. Let's do YouTube next, huh? Let's do the right way. YouTube.com/PatBear. Subscribing it to YouTube is free. Please do that. But if you wanted to, you become a member. And $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. You get them a day early. And there's also one-time donations to Coffee or Stream Elements or PayPal. John says, oh, dang, Pat's trying to sequence break the pause for the cause. Yeah, my mind was in 3 different directions there for no good reason. But yeah, direct donations. And everything I make through direct donations through through Patreon, through Twitch, and through YouTube all goes into a fund. I take money of that fund to buy model kits. This kit I bought because it looked neat. And I was like, ooh, I want to build that. And I had some money from y'all. And so I was able to buy this. So I could build it on stream. That's how that works. That's how it works. Now, the next thing that I'm building on stream, I showed off at the beginning of it, was a kit that was purchased off my Amazon wish list, which is great. Thank you to Claire. You're watching the VOD. Thank you, Claire. I hope you watched the YouTube video about the thing. Because if you buy something from my Amazon wish list, it'll jump the queue and become the next thing I build. It will also, you'll get your own dedicated YouTube video about the thing in my mailbag video. I got Lego sets. I added a couple more sets here, folks. So I got some new Lego. I added in Eevee, an Eevee kit that apparently is a good size. I'd love to build that Eevee. So that's on the list. I put a Ninjago thing. Another set that looked fun. But I got a bunch of stuff on there. Pokemon kits and model kits, inexpensive kits, expensive kits, a bunch of different things. See if there's something there on the list that you would like to see me build, and then you could purchase it, and then I'll build it. That's the deal. That's where we're going with. But yeah, I threw a few new things on the wish list because it's always nice to update that and refresh it. And there's some gear at the bottom because it might be nice to have some gear. I don't know. If you just want to buy me a gift card, you could do that. And just like I'm going to be building the Hindry right here. That's the next thing I'm building. The thing after that could be something that you bought me, which would be great. I have a throne wish list. I recently updated that list. It's got some stuff that's not on Amazon, and people say they don't like Amazon, which I understand. I get it. And they would prefer not to buy things on Amazon. Well, there's a throne wish list. You could do that. And then, of course, USA Gundam Store. You could buy a gift card. You get a gift card code in your email. You then whisper me here on Twitch or DM me on Twitter with a gift card code, and I would use that. And then I wouldn't have annoying DMs that are just spam. I would have other DMs that had a gift card in it. That's fun. If you want to support me and not spend any money, join my Discord. That's a nice little place for fine and kind and cool people. You join my Discord. Video links. I put up a new episode this week of Pat Bear's Anime Club. You should check it out if you haven't already. It is me ranking all 14 Crunchyroll originals. Some of those are anime, some of those are not anime. Some are good, and some are not fucking good at all. And holy fucking shit. Why did you make a poorly animated show based on a webcomic that sucked? Why would you do this? And then Baerly Rehearsed is an ongoing video series. Every week I write and perform a character piece that I have practiced before I start recording. Or it might even be a second or third take. I've done that as well. And this one is called The Reunion, and it is short and is based on a shower thought that made me giggle. And then I was like, I can't do that. That's silly. And then I was like, no, I guess I have to do it. It's silly, but I have to do it. So, check out that shit. I'm going to talk about some anime, and then we will get back to building here while I do that. But first, I need to drink some water. I am in need of it. My throat is dry, so I'm going to drink some water, and then we'll get back to wrapping up this kit, I guess. So let's get into it. All right. So we're going to talk about some anime here. I have 3 shows to chat with you all about, so we'll get into that. Gotta find my mouse. There it is. Great. All right, let's work on this gun, which is only a few parts, but has 2 stickers on it. So we'll get this gun together. While I tell you about, look, Asher says this Gundam's looking like a Pokemon right now. Yeah, it's got some like Ultra Beast / Legendary Pokemon vibes to it. It'll change a little bit when it has a gun and a shield, but yeah, I could see that. I hear you, Lord Crashington. Okay, so let me tell you about my love story with Yamada-kun at level 999. So this one falls into a pattern I am already desperately tired of in romantic comedies series, which is the idea that like this jealousy thing, that like a new character comes in and is just immediately jealous, and it's fucking annoying. Like, they're new to us, they're not new to the world, but like, shut up. You're coming in here and trying to ruin things, and I don't like that. And this show is doing that. Yamada shows up at the convenience store that Akane works at part-time. And he waits for her because she cooked him some healthy meals, and he needs more of those healthy meals. And it's like, come on, dude. You gotta, like, don't just show up at her work. He's not demanding, but it's just like, oh, he needs some assistance. Okay. All right. Sorry that the guy that you're not dating is looking to you for this kind of a thing. Which is like, yeah, her coworkers are like, wait, that's not your boyfriend? What's going on? What's up with this? So they even understand. Um, and then a person on a bicycle just almost hits Akane. You may remember that she has fallen and hurt herself twice in this show, so it would not have surprised me if she just gotten hurt by someone on a bike. But no, um, uh, and for Yamada, it's just like, oh, cool, I helped out. This is not a carnivore of evolution. I don't think so. I don't think this is a this is not a steel type carnivore evolution. I don't think it's not a psychic steel type. Um, so let's see. Let's. Oh, so she gets saved, and she's like conflicted because she's grateful, but she's also like, I am definitely falling in love with this dude, and I do not know if that's a good idea or not. Which is rough. That is a rough place to be if you're like, I like this guy. Is that a good idea or not? Wait, this is not the right place for this. Shit. No, that goes there. Where'd that sticker go? What happened here? What the fuck just happened here? That's got to go there, and then that's got to go here. Okay, so that goes there. I put one of these stickers on. I put both these stickers on wrong. I just put them in the wrong place. I got wrapped up in talking about anime. But literally, one of these stickers like disappeared. I have no idea where it went. So if I find it, I find it. But I literally don't know where it went. I got all these stickers, which are fine. But it's a little rectangle sticker. I don't know where it went. That's a weird thing. I don't think... It's been a while since I just fucking lost a sticker. Oh, here it is. I found it. There you are. You don't belong there. I put this on and I was like, this is wrong. So that's fun. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely like fucking around with these stickers tonight. Having a weird mood about stickers. And we got more to apply, so that's a great sign. Um, hey, there's a new girl. She goes to school with Yamada. She is jealous of any woman talking to Yamada because Yamada does not pay attention to her like that. And so, of course, she hates Akane, who misses the chance to go and meet her. But also, um, Runa uh, is has moved on from being jealous of Akane's relationship with um, Yamada to being possibly jealous that this new girl, because there are only like two girls in the guild, could steal Akane away from her because she doesn't have a lot of friends because of things like that, being afraid that someone's going to steal your friend, and just in general being a weirdo. So, not great. Um, that was too long a part of this. Also because uh, Yamada talks to Akane on the phone, and he's never done that with any girl at school. So she's just like, who the fuck is this girl? Like, what's happening? What is going on? And then Akane catches a cold, uh, and she can't play the game and meet with people. Also, should mention that the new girl, Tsubaki, asks Yamada if Yamada likes Akane, because she wants to know, like, oh, are you into this girl? And he does not have a good answer because he has just never really felt that way before. Also, the doctor's office is closed on the weekend, so our girl just gets even sicker. And then she falls outside of her apartment. So, hey, guess what? The third fall of the show. But then Yamada shows up and helps her out and rescues her. And she is delirious. So she decides that she is dreaming about Yamada. And, she imagined Yamada coming to be her savior because, hey, she's actually in love with Yamada, which is true. We know that to be true, but she doesn't want to believe it. So we'll see what happens in the next episode. Again, I'm not really thrilled with the every girl that isn't Akane in this show is jealous for no reason all the time. I think that is an easy trait and a bad one to just have in this series. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't love it. And it's tough to introduce a new female character who is just there to be angry, especially because Yamada has shown no interest in anyone. So all these people claiming ownership over him is very frustrating. But we'll see what happens. See if it changes. I don't know. Otaku Elf. This is a show I really like. This is a weird episode because it focused on 2 new characters that were introduced more than anything else in the show. It just focused on the 2 new characters, and I was a bit displeased with that. We had Haria, who came. She was summoned in the 1500s, and she's older by 100 years than Elda, our main character, and Yord, the other elf we met. So because she's 100 years older, she's just like, I'm the big sis. That's her trait. Is just she feels like she's the big sister. Koto is amazed because Hara acts very mature, but in reality, she has a gambling problem, so she's not that mature. Also, her Miko is going through a teenage rebellion phase. And she's hoping, and so this new elf is hoping that Koto will make friends with her because the Mikos understand one another, and it could be nice if they're friendly. All right, let's get this shield together here. We gotta get the base on, and there's a sticker that goes on the base, and then things slide out of the stickers. This is where the rest of the stickers are gonna go, but these again, I feel like make a lot of sense, so I'm not opposed to these stickers. Whereas the other stickers, I didn't like the look of it. Let's see. Yeah, so she got addicted with a lottery game that before it got banned, so she's not doing great. And then her Miko arrives, and she is a social media influencer, which is a weird discovery. That our Miko, I should say, likes a lot and respects. But she turns out to be antisocial, and also does not seem to enjoy the duty she has as a Miko, taking care of this elf. She apparently does not enjoy this part of her life, which is a shame. Haria lost the money that she was given, and she's trying to prevent that, and that is way too much of this episode, is her trying to hide that. Let's see. She's mad when she finds out that the money got spent, but apparently she has her own expensive hobby, and she has a hobby where she is spending a lot of money on detailed photography of and portraits of this new elf, because even if she's acting like she doesn't like it, she really, really admires her. Aww. And they leave, and this new elf is like, I mean, the girl is like, one of the reasons why I pulled back is because this elf is going to live a really long time, and I'm going to die at some point and leave her alone, and it would probably be better if she forgot about the time we spent together. So this young lady is already thinking ahead like that, which is the reason why she's pulled back so much. And it's like, kind of a deep little moment of introspection that like is like, oh yeah, like, you know, at some point there's going to be a new person looking after these elves. These elves are going to live longer than all of the humans that help look out for them. And it makes sense that some of the elves or some of the humans would, you know, want to kind of keep their distance. But again, at the same time, these are characters that got introduced in this episode. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I care about that, but like, I don't know. It feels like to go from, hey, we got this new elf who loves gambling, and then we also have this other elf who is trying not to be, you know, or this new Miko who is like, who is doesn't want to do her job, and it's like, okay, I guess, sure, I don't know. I felt like I wasn't sure like what was going on because these are not characters that I particularly care about. All right, so we want to put these down, and then we want this to be down as well. Or yeah, okay. So I think these need to be in and down, and then we put the top part on, and then we can put the stickers on top of that. And then the last show that I watched that we can talk about is, of course, Too Cute Crisis, which was a great fucking episode. Holy shit. So we got, we haven't really seen too much of the early friends that came down. Again, of course, it's about an alien who discovers how awesome cats are, and then her coworkers are like, what? Oh, yeah. So we got Garumi, who is interviewing people. So it's a lot of people talking about the pets they have and interviewing about that. And then it inspires her that she wants to adopt her own pet. So she ends up at a bunny cafe, and she learns a lot about rabbits. So this episode is a lot of detail about rabbits, and it's very fucking cute. It is a very cute episode of this anime. The first episode, we get Garumi and Luster. Like they're interested in finding out, like, hey, how do humans and pets like meet? How do you meet your pet? You know, like how's that even work? All right, so now we have to put some stickers on this. We got to do 15, 16, 17, and 18, which are these. So we got to put these on. Try to get this on here. 15 is where 15 is. Sorry, I'm like not sure where these stick. Okay, I know that goes there. So does that go here? Okay, it goes here. Got it. Yeah, so this is just like them like interviewing people, listening to their stories, and some of them are cute and some of them are silly and fun, and we're just a lot of people with their pets. There's like a tough looking dude that loves bunnies. There's a lot of good shit in this episode. So they end up going to a animal cafe because this girl Sammy owns a cat cafe with her he owns a cat cafe with his family, or bunny cafe I should say. And they go in, and then and they can't fucking handle all of the cute bunnies. They like completely shut down, as is the way of the show. And then yeah, ends up with a bunny. And it, like also, this episode does have people talking about like the realities of pet ownership. It is not just like pets are the best and they're cute as hell. It's like sometimes it's hard to be a pet owner. And sometimes you get like allergies, like sometimes you find out you're allergic or something, or it just doesn't work. You know, like there's some honesty in there, which is nice. That is a nice little message to include as well, that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Also, Luster is still allergic to animals, so it's like, so Gamari's like, like, should I be petting a bunny since I live with luster and it's harmful? And then we end with a description of Momo, which is Sammy's bunny, and it's good. It's a good little bit of business. Yes, and John, pet ownership is not all glamour. And just says, my dog needs to go outside every 4 hours and has an eye infection, so I need to get eye drops 3 times a day. It's a lot. Yeah, sometimes it's just a fucking lot. So it is nice that they are not afraid to talk about that. Even though this is a series, again, this is a whole series about how pets are awesome and it's cool as hell to have a pet. Particularly cats, but in general, all animals are awesome. But it is not afraid to be like, it's not always great. So that's nice. I like that. And that is, of course, Too Cute Crisis, which is one of my surprisingly most favorite shows of the season. It's just been so fun to watch, and somehow continues to be great. Let's see. So this is gotta go like this, and then this goes like this, and then you want these to slide up. That okay. All right. Now we're going to start attaching more of, let's see, no, we're done with this. This is done. We need G. Here, we got G. Now we're going to start attaching these parts here. Now I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching? What are you playing? What do you got going right now? What's happening with you as far as some gaming or some TV or movies? Did you see The Machine this weekend? I keep seeing ads for The Machine. I think Bert is great. I don't think I want to see a movie loosely based on a stand-up act of his which is with jokes, the reality of his life, and then like a fictional account of a what if. I think it's fucking cool that a stand-up joke, like a long story, got turned into a movie. I think that's pretty fucking cool for Bert. But like, I don't necessarily want to see that movie. But I saw a lot of fucking ads for that movie. God damn. But yeah, if everybody's seen anything, watched anything or anything like that, let me know how you're doing with that. I'm left to my own devices this week, says John. So I've so far watched all of Reincarnated as a Sword and finished Tears of the Kingdom. Hell yeah and hell yeah. Reincarnated as a Sword is just such a lovely series. It's got such heart. Fran is such a top tier young lady. And Sensei is just a great sword. And she loves and respects her sword so much. It's so goddamn cute. I want season 2 of that soon. Yes, I'm really hopeful that they have a season 2. I don't know if it's in the cards, but I am hopeful of that because it is such a good time. All right, so we got to slide this in here and then slide this in like that. Come on. There we go. Great, we did that. So now this can slide out like that. Yep. Oh, like that. Okay. And that slides out like that. So you can see there's going to be some green that sticks out. But we'll hide that for just a second while we do the rest of this shield thingy. They want me to apply the sticker before assembly, so we can do that. So we'll do a 6, and we'll put sticker 13 on there. Lord Crash said, I'm in season 3 of Futurama, also enjoying Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm exploring the depths for more shit to collect. I've heard and watched lots of shit about the depths. The depths seem pretty dope. I've seen a lot of people down in there making some weird shit. I don't recommend every video that exists from Video Game Donkey. I would not say that Donkey is a 100%. I also think that a lot of early Donkey is a bummer. I think a lot of Overwatch Donkey is just like, this sucks. But I will say, with that, it's a caveat. Donkey's video he put up this weekend of him fucking around in Tears of the Kingdom is a very good video. Of him like making contraptions, doing nonsense. It's pretty fucking good. He did a good video this weekend. So I recommend checking that out for nonsense shenanigans in Tears of the Kingdom. It's a good time. I was 30 hours into the game. John says before I went to the depths. I wish I went down sooner. Yeah, hey, this is your pro tip from a guy who is not playing this video game, but has watched plenty of people play it. Go to the depths. You gotta go to those depths. You just gotta get in there and get to them depths. It's important. There's stuff down there that you want. You want to see what's up. The sky is cool, but you gotta check out them depths. I watched the Sky Dragon decide to fly into the depths and immediately imagine some good sex jokes. Yeah, okay. All right, so that's going to do that, and that's going to do that. That's neat. That's neat. All right. And then we got to do this on the other side, what we just did. Got to do it there. And then there'll also be the top slidey part that we got to do too. We'll get that going. And then we'll panel line it. And then we'll figure out how to put the shield on. And then I'll show you the alternative way to do it. And then we'll finish this fucking kit. I just assumed he got consent before going in the depths. Yes. Consent is important, of course. Gotta have consent before you go in the depths. All right. I will just say this. The Dolphin emulator was on Steam. And then Nintendo was like, hey, Steam, get this shit off of there. And now the Dolphin emulators are saying the Steam release is indefinitely postponed. Oh, yeah, more I think you should leave coming. That is good. They put a Steam page out on March. Well, the Dolphin emulator is still on my Steam Deck. Sure. And, they're basically like, it violates our intellectual property. And maybe that's fightable, but apparently, I guess they're certainly not looking to fight it. If the team does file a counterclaim, Nintendo has about 2 weeks to decide whether to sue them. And then it could get re-added. Here's my thought about this, because this is also my feeling on RetroArch, right? You got to find it on... It feels weird that you didn't find it on a website. It feels weird that you just got it on Steam. Like, there's something about, like, having to, read a page on someone's blog with a bunch of comments of people arguing about what fork in the road of a thing is, or, like, you go on somebody's house and you're like, wait, what emulator do you use? I've been using this one. Oh, you use this? That's cool. And, like, just to have it on Steam feels like, there's just something about it. And I know that makes me, this is very old man of your friend Pat. Your friend Pat is being very old man about, like, back in my day. But, like, I don't know. The emulator that I use for when I do my Pokemon streams, the DS emulator that I have, is a fork of a DS emulator specifically made by someone that streams, like, he basically recompiled it, this emulator, forked it for streamers, specifically for, it's for Pokemon games and the CG cutscenes that didn't render well on this otherwise good emulator. And so he worked on making it look good for streamers. And that is not something, like, if I just, like, I could be doing this on RetroArch. I'm not doing it on RetroArch because, like, that's a one-stop shop. And I don't need that. I need something specific. And I think there's something very cool about, like, going out of the way and, like, finding your one emulator because, like, virtual Game Boy emulator is the thing you used for years until it stopped working too well, and you complained to your friend, and your friend was like, why aren't you using this? And you're like, well, I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know. There's something about the discovery that to me is so much more interesting and valuable than just, like, typing, following a link someone sent you to Steam. I don't know. I saw the issue might tie in with encryption keys that are on the games themselves that might be in the emulator itself. That could be the big issue. Yeah, I am sure there are some fucking issues. It's an emulator. If they're doing some shit they shouldn't have done to get the games to work, then yeah, they're going to run afoul. Hey, I'm going to tell you, folks, this looks pretty fucking cool. This shield, when it opens up, we haven't even panel lined this thing. It looks pretty dope. And then you'll always see the little bit of green there, which I think is fine, because that doesn't get covered up, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't get covered up. I think that's pretty neat. And there's a way to hold the shield on the arm, so we're going to figure out how to attach that. And then, oh. Yeah, that goes on there. But we're just going to do the, yeah, we'll figure out how to attach this now. Back in my day, the good emulator was named after genitals. Yes, and we giggled. We thought that was kind of fun. We did not care too much. All right, so let's get this together and pose it, and we'll get ready to take a couple photos. We still need to build the adapter here for the shield, but this shield looks pretty neat. I do like the little bit of green that matches, a little bit of green. I think that's cool, but we'll get this together, get some photos, and then we'll call it a day. I did not care for that emulator's cursor. I agree with you, John. Yeah, not the biggest fan of that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I totally understand why Nintendo is like, hey, what the fuck? And I also understand why people are like, come on. I see both sides of it. Because, like, yeah, having a backup ROM for the game that you have legally purchased, I think that is totally cool. Having a way to play your games in a different way that you paid for, I'm totally on board with that. But if you're like, if you're flying too close to the sun and you're trying to be, in my opinion, a bit too legit for your definitely not legit thing, it's like, meh, I don't know. Both sides bear. Hey, I'm trying not to. And we downloaded MIDI versions of South Park songs and lines. I still have the white reflection MIDI on a floppy disk from that time. Totally. I saw Valve, yeah, because they got served at DMCA, and they were like, Valve doesn't want to deal with. Yeah, because Nintendo didn't go, hey, developers of this emulator, fuck off. They went, hey, Valve, look at this shit that's on your store. Fuck off. And Valve was like, you know what we don't want to do? A long legal process with Nintendo. We don't want that shit. We do not care enough about this one developer for that. That is not something we care about. Lashbrook, the legal letter is a real thing. I don't know what to tell you. Nintendo sent a legal letter to Valve, and Valve blinked. I don't know what else to tell you. Nintendo is 100% involved. Now, would they actually sue them and take them to court? I don't know. Also, Valve doesn't do anything preemptively on their own accord. Valve is a reactionary company. So yeah. I should say this. It would be wild. Yeah, I mean, look, Valve could be like, hey, this whole thing, we looked at it and we think this is totally cool and fine and above board, and Nintendo, we don't know what you're talking about. Like, come on. But I don't exactly think that that's going to happen. It is weird that emulators are just on Steam. It's weird they ever agreed to let those emulators in. But it's strange. It is strange that they launched a Steam page in March and then it took this long for people to be like, wait, you're going to try to... Wait, what? No, the dolphin can't be on there. What are you talking about? What? What are we doing here? Uh, all right. So now this goes and attaches on here. And then this attaches on here. All right. And there we go. This is a fucking cool kit. And we're going to show it off the other version of it as well. Where we have... oops. We have a stand here that we can put the shield on. Which we don't need all of this to do that. We can have the shield on this, and then there'll be a wire. Because the shield can just float in space, apparently. Apparently that's just a thing that shield can do. And there's beam sabers. I'm not even going to worry about the beam sabers. We're not going to worry about that. Ugh. Toss that out of my way. I don't need any of this shit. We're going to take a photo of this, and then we'll show you the other version of that as well. We'll take a photo of that too. Let's see. Obviously, the GitHub page is just going to live there. Going to be totally cool. We were notified by Valve that Nintendo had issued a DMCA against Dolphin's Steam page and removed Dolphin from Steam until the matter is settled. We are currently investigating our own options, and we'll have more in-depth response in the near future. That is the latest from them. We were notified by Valve. Yeah, okay. Appreciate your support. Yeah, that is... let's see if they have updated their blog. No, they have not updated their blog since. So that is the last information that they have supplied. So, could get updated at some point, but right now that is that. Obviously, they're going to keep making it. It's not going to be on Steam probably. All right, so there's our. We'll tilt the gun down so that looks cooler. So this is our Pente. Looking dope as hell. And then I will show the... Oh, we didn't even... Let's see. Does this even need... it does look cooler. All right, I will panel line this. We got some time because I'm not going to start the next kit. I won't be starting the next kit tonight, so we're just going to wrap this up, and then we will start the Hildre on, or whatever it's called, Hindre. We'll start the Hindre on Monday. Hindre Monday. And of course, on Monday we'll talk about. I'm sorry. Pop this out. There we go. On Monday we'll talk about some anime and some manga. We'll talk about the results of AEW show tomorrow night, and anything else that comes up in conversation. Yes, it'll be Witch from Mercury Monday, because we'll talk about Witch from Mercury on Monday. We'll do that as well. Oh, who the fuck knows what's going to happen in tomorrow's episode? Jesus. More sadness. I imagine some violence. Large-scale violence, one could imagine. I don't know. One would hope that our young lady, Dana Suletta, has some kind of good news, but I don't know how she possibly could. I will say, we might also see an Ariel just fucking fighting without a pilot. I think that's also totally possible. We might just have that shit happen. Fuck. Definitely have that. Alright, now that I've done panel line this, we just cleaned it up. But yeah, that show's been going. I'll tell you what, after I watch Witch from Mercury, it is really nice to watch Kyne's shenanigans, because he's just got nothing sad going on. There is a little bit of sad that's coming, but I don't think it's next episode. I think this next episode of Aristocrat's Otherworldly Adventure, I believe we are possibly going to get introduced to our animal companions, which has been a long time coming. I don't know for sure if we're going to get the animal companions in this episode, but I think we're getting close to that. So I want to do this thing. I don't think I want to do this thing. Yeah, I don't want to do that. We'll just do a different photo with it open and the shield up. Yeah, you can put this. There's an adapter you can put on here, and then it will sit on a stand, its own stand. But I'm not really going to worry about that. I don't think. I have changed my mind. I just want to push these up and out. Show you these things, and then we'll open up the shield here and show off the coolness of this kit in all its glory and weirdness. Pop that down, pop that open. This shield just fucking rules. It just looks so cool. Hell yeah. All right. Just toss that over in the pile there. Get these stickers out of here. Then we'll get a photo in here. We are going to, of course, once this photo is taken, we're going to end the stream by going on a raid. So we end every stream. We're going to find someone doing some cool shit out there. Go hang out with them. I think that I believe that Xandra was streaming with a friend. And we're going to see if she is still streaming. Because, of course, Xandra rules. And made all our cool emotes. And if I'm given an opportunity, I do like to go give her a raid. I don't know if she's still streaming. We're going to find out. Because that would be nice. So let's go see if... Let's see who is streaming right now that we want to go hang out with. Nope, she's no longer streaming. So they wrapped up. That's fine. We always end with a raid, indeed. We're going to raid Rara again. Rara has been watching some bass fishing. But now also is apparently watching some ads for wrestlers. And I don't know why. So Rara's doing a bunch of weird shit. I love Rara. We're going to go give her a raid. She's also trying to make rent. So, good to go hang out with her. But we're going to give Rara a raid. We're going to raid Rara. So feel free to come along on this raid. It's going to be silly and fun. She's a good, wonderful weirdo that I appreciate very much. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. On Monday, we start a new kit that's going to look rad as hell. And we'll hang out and the usual shenanigans will happen. And I will be full of meats that I grilled myself. And that'll be cool. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the future. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Thanks for watching the VOD, and goodbye.